What if there were a place where time didn't rush forward, but gently drifted, like waves meeting the shore at sunset? Far out in the warm embrace of the Indian Ocean lies an island that feels almost unreal. Not because it's hidden, but because it seems to exist in a rhythm completely its own. This is Bali, often described as paradise, yet no single word ever fully captures its essence. From the moment you arrive, something shifts. The air feels softer, filled with the scent of incense and blooming flowers. Life moves slower here, not out of laziness, but out of intention. Every corner tells a story. Every sound feels deliberate, and every moment seems worth noticing. Bali is part of Indonesia, a vast nation made up of thousands of islands. Yet despite being relatively small in size, Bali stands apart in spirit. It sits between Java and Lombok, surrounded by endless blue waters, but what truly defines it is not geography, it's character. The island is home to millions of people, yet it never feels overwhelming in the way crowded cities do. Even in busy areas, there's a sense of calm beneath the surface. And if you wander just a little farther, you'll find quiet villages, hidden paths, and landscapes untouched by the rush of tourism. The climate here plays its part in shaping this experience. Warm temperatures remain steady throughout the year, wrapping the island in a tropical consistency that invites exploration. Whether under clear blue skies or during short bursts of rain that refresh the earth, Bali always feels alive. But beyond its beauty, what truly sets Bali apart is its culture. This is a place where spirituality isn't reserved for special occasions. It's woven into daily life. Offerings made of flowers, rice, and incense appear everywhere. On sidewalks, in homes, at temple entrances. They are small, quiet gestures of gratitude and balance. You begin to notice something else, too, the people. There's a genuine warmth in the way locals greet you, a kindness that doesn't feel forced or transactional. It feels rooted in something deeper, something that has been preserved over generations. And then there are the temples. Thousands of them scattered across the island like guardians of tradition. Some are grand and ancient, standing tall against dramatic backdrops. Others are small and simple, tucked into everyday spaces. Yet each one carries meaning, reminding you that here, the spiritual and the ordinary are never separate. Bali is not just a destination you visit. It's a place that quietly invites you to slow down, to look closer, and to feel more deeply than you're used to. And just when you think you've begun to understand it, you realize you've only scratched the surface. Because beyond this peaceful first impression lies a world of secrets, traditions, and stories that make Bali far more extraordinary than it first appears. What if a place didn't just celebrate culture on special days, but lived it every single moment? In Bali, tradition isn't something reserved for festivals. It's part of daily life. Every morning begins with small, thoughtful rituals. You'll notice handcrafted offerings made of flowers, rice, and incense placed outside homes, shops, and temples. These quiet acts represent gratitude and a desire to keep balance between people, nature, and the spiritual world. The island's identity is deeply shaped by its beliefs. While the rest of Indonesia is largely Muslim, Bali follows a unique form of Hinduism. Here, religion blends with local customs, creating a way of life that feels both ancient and alive. Temples are everywhere, large, small, hidden, or grand, each holding meaning beyond what meets the eye. Community also plays a major role. From farming systems to ceremonies, cooperation is essential. Even the rice fields reflect this unity, as water is shared through a carefully organized network that has existed for generations. Despite its traditions, Bali is not disconnected from the modern world. Fast internet, cafes, and creative spaces have made it a popular spot for travelers and remote workers. Yet somehow, the old and the new exist side by side without conflict. But beyond these traditions lies a more powerful force. What if the land beneath your feet held stories written by fire and time? Bali's landscape is shaped by volcanic energy, giving it a dramatic and unforgettable character. Towering mountains rise above the island, with Mount Agung standing as both a natural giant and a sacred symbol. Often wrapped in clouds, it creates a view that feels almost otherworldly. For those seeking adventure, Mount Batur offers a different experience. Many climb it before dawn, reaching the top just in time to watch the sunrise paint the sky in soft colors. It's a moment that feels quiet, yet deeply powerful. Beyond the mountains, the scenery softens into green rice terraces that stretch across hillsides. These layered fields are carefully designed and maintained, showing the harmony between humans and nature. Hidden within forests, waterfalls add another layer of beauty. Some require long walks to reach, but the reward is worth it. Cool air, rushing water, and a peaceful atmosphere that feels far removed from the outside world. And as the land finally meets the sea, Bali reveals yet another side. Bali's coastline offers more than just beautiful views. It delivers completely different experiences depending on where you go. In the south, long stretches of golden sand and consistent waves have made these beaches a global hotspot for surfing. The energy is high, especially towards sunset, when the sky lights up in deep oranges and reds. Move a little further and the atmosphere shifts. Some coastal areas feel more refined, with beachside lounges, restaurants, and quiet spots designed for relaxation. It's a mix of comfort and scenery that draws travelers looking to unwind without giving up the view. Hidden beaches tell a different story. Tucked beneath cliffs and reached through narrow paths, they feel private and untouched. Clear water, soft sand, and dramatic rock formations create a setting that feels almost unreal. In the north, the landscape changes again. Dark volcanic sand replaces the bright shores and the pace slows down. Early mornings often bring calm waters, and if you're lucky, dolphins moving through the distance. And beyond these shores, Bali reveals something deeper. In the inland town of Ubud, Bali's cultural spirit comes alive. Surrounded by greenery, this area is known for its art, traditions, and quiet charm. Walk through its streets and you'll find galleries, craft markets, and workshops where creativity flows naturally. Ancient temples sit beside modern cafes, blending past and present seamlessly. Nearby, sacred forests and rice fields remind you that nature and culture here are deeply connected. What if spirituality could stand at the edge of the world? Perched on cliffs overlooking the ocean, Bali's coastal temples offer breathtaking views and deep spiritual meaning. These sacred sites are not just architectural wonders. They are places of ritual and storytelling. As the sun sets, traditional performances bring ancient legends to life, combining music, fire, and movement into something unforgettable. Just when you think you've seen all Bali has to offer, something unexpected appears just offshore. A short boat ride takes you to smaller islands where nature feels raw and untouched. Towering cliffs, crystal clear water, and dramatic coastlines create scenes that almost look unreal. These islands are quieter, less crowded, and perfect for exploring. Snorkeling here reveals vibrant marine life. Colorful fish, coral gardens, and even large ocean creatures moving gracefully beneath the surface. Some beaches are hidden between cliffs, offering peaceful escapes far from busy tourist spots. Bali isn't frozen in time. It's evolving, and you can feel that shift the moment you step into its busier areas. Trendy cafes, co-working spaces, and boutique shops have turned parts of the island into creative hubs. Digital nomads and entrepreneurs from around the world now call Bali home. Yet even here, tradition hasn't faded. Daily offerings still appear on sidewalks, and ceremonies continue as they always have. It's a rare balance where modern life grows without replacing the old. Some places entertain you, but a few quietly change the way you see life. Bali introduces a philosophy centered on balance between people, nature, and spirituality. This idea shapes how life is lived across the island. You start to notice the difference. Life feels less rushed, more intentional. Small moments begin to matter more, and the constant pressure of everyday life slowly fades away. Leaving Bali doesn't feel like the end of a trip. It feels like leaving a part of yourself behind. The island stays with you through its memories. The sound of waves, the calm atmosphere, and the warmth of its people. It's not just what you saw, but what you felt. Bali doesn't try to impress. It simply shows you a different way of living. And that's what makes it unforgettable.